listening to The Revenue Engine with Michael Pacheco, a veteran CMO who has driven over $10 billion in revenue in the past decade with strategic marketing and customer-centric leadership. Join your host as he transforms marketing departments from cost centers into profit centers. Prepare to shift your marketing into high gear and drive unprecedented growth.
All right, guys, story time. So I was working with a health services company that specialized in remote patient monitoring. They were getting some new clients, but their acquisition channels were not quite pulling in the numbers that they needed. And so they pulled me in to help out with some of this stuff. We started really by digging into where their leads were coming from, how those channels were performing. As it turns out, they were spreading themselves too thin. Simply put, they were trying to really be everywhere, but they weren't focusing on, when you're trying to be everywhere, you can't be everywhere with focus. They weren't focusing on any one thing. And what they were not really doing at all was looking at the data, analyzing feedback, and figuring out what was working. They weren't focusing on what was working. So we decided to shake things up a little bit. We cut back on the channels that were not delivering. We doubled down on the ones that were. We brought in the right kind of clients by focusing on that. We tweaked their messaging a little bit so that it resonated more with the people who were paying attention, with the people that were engaging. And in the end, it made a huge difference. They started seeing more qualified leads. They started seeing their conversion rates go up. They weren't just getting more clients, they were getting the right clients, okay? If you guys are struggling with anything like this, if you're struggling with getting the right clients through your acquisition channels, maybe it's time to take a closer look at what's been working and what has not. Let's chat about how we can fine-tune your approach. Hit me up on LinkedIn or at michaelpacheco.co, and let's get those channels working for you. Cheers.